Hello everyone, this is Sander. So in this video I'm going to try to defeat the Savage AI and I'll try to talk you through exactly what I'm doing. So I started my race with all of these traits and they will help me to get started in the early game and continue growing constantly and much faster than you can without all of these traits. And I use this chipset, which you will see soon. So I'm just using a standard Spiral Galaxy 2AI. Alright. Well, first I paused the game, and as of the latest patch, you can just obsolete everything you don't want. And I personally do not want any of the default designs, so I obsolete them all and import my own designs. So, the first design is the Scout. It's a ship that has enough supply to capture colonies, some weapons, quite a few of them, so it can also fight other scouts from your opponents, some rocket engines for maneuvering, and a hyperdrive to move around fast. Then there is another scout with enough support to also capture things, but without a hyperdrive. And this is because if you use hyperdrive, you cannot have more than a few ships hyperdriving around constantly. So if you want to be scouting constantly, you need a few ships without hyperdrives because you will run dry. It also has a few weapons to fight other scouts too. Then we have the fighter. The fighter mostly has weapons, a few rocket engines, and a hyperdrive, and a little bit of supply. Not enough for capturing, but enough for fighting. This fighter is just used to defend your home territory. Then we have the support ship, some with missiles, and another with lasers. And you have to keep in mind the mass to thrust ratio here, because this determines the acceleration of your support ship. And the flagship has all the supports, and the thrust to mass ratio needs to be similar to the support ships. If it is faster than the support ships, it will go out ahead of the support ships and it will get shot at and it will probably be destroyed, and then it's a bad situation. A few weapons, but not absolutely necessary, but I like to have them on there. You do need to have one weapon on there just so the flagship can attack. Then the Titan, this is a late game ship to get later on in the game. It doesn't need a lot of engines. It's just supposed to be a flying brick with a lot of weapons. The railguns are there to destroy smaller support ships. So without further ado, let's get started in the universe. So the first thing I want to colonize is something with labor. Unfortunately, the only thing with labor in the neighborhood is aluminum. So that's the first thing I'm going to colonize, and then my food and water. I'll queue up a few scouts. Here, a scout, a fighter, some no hyperdrive scouts, and finally a construction core. And then we can unpause and get going. Now, Let's see. We might be able to find the enemy homeworld systems by the size of the systems. So a homeworld system is about 2.5 big squares wide. It has a radius of 2.5 big squares, give or take. So I think it may be in any of these systems, as well as any of these. It's never in a binary star system. So we have the first scout and we'll send it out somewhere. Send it to any system basically. Alright. Well, unfortunately, my planet is first colonizing my inner planets, but it's no big deal. I'm exporting the meat to my home world and the grain to the other world because I need the maintenance reduction from the meat. It does not give me any benefit on this planet. Now what I want is to find a lot of asteroids with resources like this. Because asteroid resources are free, they do not take any maintenance. As soon as you have built them up, you can use them until you, well, forever basically. So this is my first normal scout without a hyperdrive. I can send it somewhere where nothing is growing yet. I like to give my homeworld a control group, and usually control group number 1. Now, usually if you do not have a virile trait, your population will drop as you colonize from your homeworld, but because I have this trait, my population stays pretty high. Now, usually I should have, in theory, started scouting for my opponents from the get-go, but I forgot, so it's not a big deal, I think, even though it is a savage AI. Now, the latest patch has given us these little civilian freighters. They're nice and fun, and if you shoot the enemy freighters, you get a small amount of bonus money. But otherwise, they almost have no effect on gameplay. It does give some benefit to destroy enemy freighters and traders, but it's still a small effect. Now, when you're trying to hyperdrive to scout you, it's usually better to send your scouts through multiple systems at once. So this is going to hyperdrive through this system and this system. Now, what I like to do is to give the hold position command to all of my ships. This will prevent them from automatically engaging remnant fleets and enemy fleets. And this is a good idea for scouts because they are not capable of fighting any remnants at all. And as you go through the systems, just explore anomalies that you find. They give benefits that are very useful most of the time. Now, when you're colonizing from planets that are not your home world, you want to do it at the start of the budget cycle or just before the end of your current budget cycle, because if you it takes 1 minute to colonize a planet, and if you spend 1 minute colonizing, then you have 2 minutes left in the budget cycle if you waited until the new cycle. And this will allow you to recover population, and thus you will get more taxes at the next budget cycle. Now, the first AI has probably seen me somewhere and has declared war on me. Now go ahead and declare war on the other AI too. Now let's send this card also. Yeah. So our construction core is finished. So I put it in a control group, and I assign my homeworld to export labor to it. And then I start using it to build. And in this way, by exporting labor to our construction core, we have 12 labor a minute already just a few minutes into the game. And this is very advantageous, especially later on when you get lots of resources going to your homeworld and construction core. Now, what I'm looking for are construction materials. Unfortunately, I do not see any in my territory. And you want to level up your homeworld, and you want to do it fast so that you have plenty of capacity to build civilian infrastructure. If your planet is a low level, it will not be able to build civilian infrastructure, and your economy will be weak. So right now I have a very negative budget, and this will significantly slow down how fast my colonies are growing population. So far, no AI seen. Now we want to go bother the AI fast because they will send ships to your planet if you do not capture some of their planets to occupy them with. You have to keep the AI busy to keep them from going and fighting in your territory. It's a lot better to fight in theirs than it is to fight in your own. At this point, I'm thinking about colonizing again, but with this budget it may be a bad idea. So we found our first AI, and personally I prefer to capture water and food because sometimes you get lucky and you can level up a planet and get some income from it. If you now capture any planet, it will just cost you money and it's a bad situation. So the AI is already building ancient embassies, and this seems to be a very common occurrence. A little annoying, but it just is. So our construction core finished, the explosives, and we can move on to other projects. Now what I want to do as fast as possible is to get 8 units of water in total to export to my homeworld and then get clear water. Clear water, which you see right here, gives 150% money generation, but it also removes the old benefit of your civilian infrastructure. So if you have clear water on this planet, all this is converted to money income, and quite a lot of it. As you see, it's already capturing a planet, right from the very start of the game. Fighter, oh. Now if you have the option to just scout around, try to capture planets that are valuable, like water planets. At this point, a level 2 resource planet is really not very valuable, because it's usually hard to start exploiting it at this stage of the game. And again, I have low income, but it's tolerable. Ish. And we're, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 waters. Let's just go catch all of the water. 1, 2, 3. Let's just get all of the water we can. Now, in 2 cycles we will be able to have clear water, most likely. Unless something really bad happens. Oh. Alright, we see lots of ships here. Let's just go away because they're going to hurt us. At this point I just have a lot of these little level 1 planets because they generate a little bit of income and population. It just helps to prepare for the clear water stage of this strategy. Now, as soon as you can, I think you should abandon planets that you capture in enemy territory unless you're going to be able to use them. Otherwise, they will just cost you money and make you weaker. Or maybe you just should keep them around because they will be bothering your opponent. Two, three, four. Now, as you see, even the homeworld with the viral trait cannot keep up the population because of this negative budget. Even so, if you keep the population above 3 billion, you will still have decent income from population. So at this point we need to have clear water before the next cycle. So we have 5 water, we need 3 more. There's another one. 1 more to go. From somewhere. Okay. There we go. Now we have, let's see, clear water. And the budget will get more positive as it builds more civilian infrastructure. At this point I'm just going to let the population grow so it can catch up on the infrastructure. Now if you have excess food you can export it to your construction core and the construction core will convert it all into extra labor. It will give a 25% increase for every resource that is exported to it. Now if you amplify the labor from your homeworld by 25% times a few resources, you will get a lot of labor. And the AI really likes to spam these embassies. for some reason. Ay, ay, ay. Now, if you can help it, you should try to capture planets that are not connected to the homeworld system, because being connected to level 2 and level 1 planets increases the loyalty of a planet that is connected to it in another system. So this planet and this planet and this planet is giving loyalty to all the planets in this system and all the planets in this system. This is a situation you generally want to avoid. Now, it's not too late in the budget cycle to go colonize things, but you cannot colonize too many things or planets, because it takes 1 minute and you have to have some time left to restore your population. Let's see where... no way. Okay. Let's see if we can go bother this planet. And as our first active war, also destroy a trader, just because we want to and we are not sure what it's going to do. Now, the developers told me you get a small bonus money amount according to this value if you somehow manage to destroy it, which I'm failing to do. Oh my goodness. No way. Now, as you see, it has, my homeworld has quite a significant amount of income. Not enough to get above the red, but enough to get almost positive. Now, when you export resources to your homeworld, you should prefer to send defense resources, money resources, labor resources, and well, that should just be about it. And maybe influence. You don't want to export energy or research unless you're really needing the money, because without when you export more than 2 clear waters to a single planet, any resource that goes to it goes into the negative. And if you have negative electricity, you have to counteract it, and that's a bad situation. You will not be able to get energy or research if you send research or energy to your homeworld with 2 or more clear water. Now, I'm sure I'm going to go into the red again, but it's fine, I think, because we are going to get more water for more income, More water is always more goodness. Jewelry is nice, neutronium is nice, thorium is not so nice because it will give negative energy. Eventually, this we can send to a level 2 planet when we level it up sometime in the future. And we have to keep on checking on our ships because they're going to be destroyed if we don't. Now I'm checking to see what I can go capture. I'm just going to support this other ship that's capturing this water planet. Here we have a heavy carrier, and the AI likes to make a lot of these, and they hurt. At least until you get a few of your own units. We have construction materials. And construction materials boost your labor production on your homeworld by 100% for as long as they last. And this will hopefully allow us to get more labor for our construction core and more asteroid resources. And because we get more asteroid resources, we get more labor. And because we get more labor, we get more asteroid resources. And so on, and so on, and so on. Until we run out of asteroids to build on. Now I think we have to go get out of here. Let's go back to where we were. Let's just go bother the AI over there. These scouts are just bothering the AI, nothing more, nothing less. Now I'm going to check on all the colonization that I'm doing. Fortunately, it looks like my colony ships might not make it. Fortunately, colony ships do have quite a few hit points, so in this case it doesn't look like we're going to lose any. What is more unfortunate is that we will not be able to get the clear water before the end of the cycle. It's not a big problem at this point because the AI is busy with our scouts. Now, labor resources go to your homeworld, and anything else, some other things, especially morphic materials, can go to your construction core. Now we got to have this other water planet. Now, I would like to export clear water to planets that are in the back of my empire, because over there they are safer. Now we're just continuing our colonization forever and ever until we take over the galaxy. So now we have uranium built up from an asteroid, and this will allow us to get a level 3 planet. And as you see, we have the second clear water, giving us lots of extra income. Now I would have preferred not to have uranium on my homeworld, because this will ultimately result in negative energy, and then we will never be able to get positive energy until we stop exporting more than one clear water to our homeworld. But this we do not want to do because we want all the money we can get. Now I'm selecting sociology in advance because this will eventually enable us to get a lot of resources from our money at a relatively small cost. Unfortunately, we have lost 2 of our ships, probably because I wasn't paying attention. So at this point, I think it would be a smart idea to just build a few extra scouts. Go bother the AI again. Now I'm doing it from my homeworld just because I don't want to cancel all of these projects. And I'm looking around and wondering what exactly to do about this. I want to export resources to it, and I may be able to do so without sacrificing a lot from back here, but no. Now we need another food. I'm going to get it from here. And then we're sending it back to our homeworld and we'll get a lot more income. Unfortunately, the scout has no more supplies, so I just send it back home because I think it's going to take forever to get the supplies back. Now you want to send these kinds of weak scouts to the outskirts of your opponent. And And if you get excess of budget and you're not going to spend it right away, you should at least try to send it to research somehow, somewhere. Now I'm using my control group to select my homeworld and import all the resources. And I'm looking for more water. Unobtainium is nice as well, because you can convert it to water. And we're just going to send out a wave of colony ships. And with this budget we will be able to send out a whole lot of them. We're just going to go for more water. Lots and lots of water. This whole strategy depends on water. Clear water in particular. Now, as you might suppose, we get negative labor from our homeworld, and this is because we have two clear waters, and this causes your resources to go down by 200%. This makes labor negative, defense negative. Now negative defense has no consequence, negative labor does. At this point it's not a good idea to export labor, because it is negative. Unfortunately, this also means we have a lot of issues building things, and this is why we need construction materials. Now it's positive again, at least for 6 minutes or so, and hopefully we will be able to get our economy going again. Now when we have so much money, you should really be very fast about spending it if you have not researched the democracy, because any budget left over after the end of the cycle is almost wasted, in my opinion. It gets converted at a rate of 3 to 1 to other resources. Now let's see. Our economy is really down the toilet, but not too much. Now, I usually keep forgetting to check on my scouts often enough, and it gets them killed all the time. If you're a good player, you keep up with your ships all the time. But I'm not. Now I spent a lot of my resources on hydrogenators and farms, and this is usually a good expense on your furnace, because it gives you additional resources for a significant expense, but it goes down over time because the tiles under the buildings get developed, and developed tiles like these reduce the maintenance cost of your buildings. Now at this point I think I'm going to wait and hope, or at least I'm going to let my main colonies wait, and I'm going to colonize water with my homeworld. How do you work? Ah, more water. Let's see if we can prioritize. Oh no, we are already building lots of water. Maybe we can... No, we can't. I was thinking maybe we could get some extra water fast. Unfortunately, we couldn't. Now we have negative budget until the next cycle. Yeah. Such is the trouble of life. Oh no. VII is in our territory. Capturing water. Unfortunately, this is a very bad situation. Now we can't really do a lot about it. Just have to wait and hope that we can do better. All of these loyalties are just too much. It's not something I can cope with. Now, as you see, it has no supply left, and as a consequence, it's not capturing it. Hopefully it is still drawing the AI's attention, but no, it's a bad situation. There we go. We lost it. Water. Yeah. And water. Edge. Now we have this resource. We want it to go to that resource. This we want to go here. And we need one additional food to go along with it. The AI is causing trouble. And it is supposed to its credit. I still don't like it, but anyway. Fortunately, it's a remnant fleet, and it is defending its enemy. Now we have a research started. This will hopefully give us a good few benefits at some point in the game. Now we have full rate. Full rate gives us extra money and pressure for the resource we exported to. At this point I don't really care at which point in the cycle I'm building. Or colonizing, especially. Now phase height is nice as well because it generates extra research from population. Now at level 2 sociology research we get welfare, and this will allow us to get one resource for every 175k of budget. At this point it is per 350k of unspent budget. Now I'm just building a bigger ship that will hopefully allow us to more easily defeat enemy fleets. Unfortunately, it will also be humongously expensive, an expense I may not be able to make. Now, planetary upkeep is 4.5 million, buildings are 1.7 million. And there is no end in sight. Now we have clear water there, we have clear water here, and we have normal water here. So we need one more water to go to here. Yay. Now we get another huge bump in our income. A very satisfying pile of money. Now I'm going to get one level of theoretical science because it will give us a point we can use to get democracy. And with democracy, I think we will be in a much, much better place. Even without democracy, with this income, we will be in a good place. Now, I shouldn't really have colonized these planets at this point, but I forgot. I'm human. I make mistakes. Now, I can decide to throw everything I have the next cycle into a new ship, or I can go and try to build a lot of buildings and build a new ship, or at least start building a new ship. It really depends on what's best, and it's circumstantial and not set in stone. Now, if you're playing against a human player, they may have gates, and if they get a gate in your homeworld system, they can build a lot of defense cores, probably instantly, and that's a bad situation. In that case, you can get FCL crystals here. You have to level it up to level 2, you can export it to your construction core, and there you can build an FTL interdictor, which will disable gates, but also your hyperdrives. But it's a good trade-off if you're blocking a gate. Now, as usual, I forgot about my scouts, and I lost one somewhere. So I have this one, fighter, faction. Let's just go around capturing what can be captured. Oh no. I forgot to give my flagship a hyperdrive. Sort of mistake I shouldn't make, but I did. I don't think it's a huge mistake, but it is pretty big. So, okay. We can get going again. Flagship 2. Let's see. If this. This is a little confusing. Oh no, it's not. It's doing exactly what it is saying it does. So full rate gives additional defense. Unfortunately, it gives it in the wrong place. So we're just going to relocate it to our homeworld. Our homeworld, as you see here, is full. Well, there. And now we'll get additional damage on our weaponry. Flagship 2, lots and lots of supports. Lasers, missiles, lasers, missiles. And when you're in doubt, just get more. Mega farm. Now Now, if you can, try to build at least hydrogenators and megaforms on your planets. Without them, you have to export resources, and that's just undesirable. Now we're back in the same situation. Fortunately, we have some spare water to accommodate our AI. Also, unfortunately, it's taking forever to build. Let's see. If we are fortunate, we have lots of level 2 resources in our empire. And if we do, we can get a wonder. And the wonder we can build when we level up our planet to level 4. Hopefully soon. At this point, I think it's a good idea to just try to colonize a whole lot of things, especially because we have the money to spend. So at this point, I don't even care that it is this point of the cycle. And there it goes. The AI goes chasing off 2 ghosts. Research. Let's get democracy as well. Democracy will allow us hopefully to get some more influence. Influence at this point is still quite weak. In the early game, influence is useless, and at this point it is still almost useless. Now, as soon as you can, you should start building these civilian buildings because they take a lot of time to build. So when these red circles appear on colonized planets, start building these buildings unless you want to spend your funds on other things. And you will get the cost of these buildings back, so try to make them a lot. You will get more resources. More resources means more income, more labor, more ships, and more fun. So it's still building support chips, but it is almost full and it's quite powerful. Now we have a lot of research going on. We have no insights yet, but we can get it from that. Untested faction. Hydro. Now, level 2 resources need 2 foods, 1 water, and a level 1 resource. So, prepared by building 2 farms, 1 water thing building. Also, if you have a lot of funds left over, build some factories on your homeworld. Additional labor gives more to the construction core. And try to build it on developed tiles, because undeveloped factories cost a ton of maintenance. Now this fleet, I think, is almost stronger than these fleets. Or in actuality it is. We can only hope. Well, let's see. Import. At this point I'm just wanting to get some energy going. A positive amount at least. This labor can go to our homeworld eventually. And we're just going to try to steamroll and snowball our way to victory. The flagship's dying, but fortunately we have reinforcements. Just warp this away to our... fly it away to our construction core. Excuse me. Now if you have some meat on your planet, just build an extra building on it, because the maintenance will be removed by the meat. Now as you see, hopefully we can begin to take on the AI and their fleets. Now probably it would have been a better idea to take a planet, but I just want to show how powerful you can make ships even at this relatively early stage of the game. And if you can, try to remember to just keep on building with your construction core. Right there. Now we're getting some influence, and with democracy we're hardly getting any more of it. Unfortunate, but true. Now let's get more water. We need water. Now I'm just throwing buildings down. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. Why not? Oh no. They are investigating each other, fighting a political war over it. There's nothing better than that. Okay, so we have a level 3 resource. Fortunately, we have lots of resources, so we can just import one level 2 resource, 2 level 1 resources, 3 food and the water. Unfortunately, we need another level 1 resource that is in range of us. Now we have it. Now, level 3 resource like this, corinium as it is called, is useful, but I really would prefer something else like hydroconductors, because corinium on its own does not provide a lot of benefit. It doubles the pressure capacity, but I already have quite a lot of it, so it doesn't matter a lot that I have it. Now, I'm not sure to get either the whether I want a fleet academy or a bastion of patriotism. The bastion allows us to capture planets quickly, but the fleet academy makes our ships almost invulnerable. Let's get the fleet. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know what happened here, but somehow I got it. Something I didn't want. Okay, let's see. Do we still have our clear water? No, we don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we have clear water again. Now we really want the influence. Because of this silly thing. Wait a minute. I don't know for sure, but I think I built a fleet academy somehow. This AI is so funny. Nah, this one didn't build it. Let's just scuttle you. No use for you. Flagship 2. Hyperfield actuator. Because we can. Yeah. I think it is more expensive to use your next cycle before it starts. So when you spend, try to spend only your current budget, not the future budget. Now let's see. Oh god, no way. So I did get the Fleet Academy somehow. Somewhere. Unfortunate. It happens. Now let's get the troop ship as well. The troop ship is just a ship that holds supply, captures planets. It's relatively cheap. It has no weapons or almost no weapons. A few crew quarters. If you have a hyperdrive, a hyperdrive. If you have gates, you have gates, but gates do not appear on ships. And a resupply capacity. Now, as you see here, the influence is negative, and this is because there is something going on in my homeworld with lots of clear water. Spica 64. So this should be plenty of supply to capture planets. Call it Trooper, export it, save, and build. On the next budget cycle. Look at that. Firework. Capture this. Now it's in the clouds. My mouse is being a little buggy, so not my mistake. Now, if you're going out capturing planets, you usually want to do it right next to your territory, because it takes a lot of time. If you go straight into enemy territory where there is a lot of loyalty, it'll take forever to do it. At this point, I don't think the AI really can stop me, even with its little wonder. The mouse is still being buggy, but tolerable. Now at this point you may also want to build some, what do you call them? FTL storage. You can build it almost anywhere, but preferably on a planet with FTL crystals. Building it on a planet with FTL crystals allows you to double the boost you get from storage. No. 2 heavy carriers. This is going to be a small problem. Let's just go and support it. Eventually. Oh well. What you can do in a situation like this is just build defense cores. Just build them. Plop them down. It'll take the flag. If nothing else, it will annoy you. Export a lot of resources to it. Hopefully enough. Not likely. Now this is taking some fire and giving our fleet a fighting chance. Here, influence. I want this one. Mega farm, hydro. Now we're just building up planets. Farm. Here. Now this project allows us to get extra labor from our factories back home. A boost like this with 6 factories gives us quite a bit of extra labor. Exported to our construction core, we get 760 labor a minute. Just look at it go. Lots and lots of ships instantly. It's almost silly. Let's just go head on. There we go. There's my other ship. Okay, that one's got to wait. This one, let's start capturing. Now, I put a lot of these resources in a control group so I could just instantly send them to something I need. Oh no. Ah, look. It's funny. Okay, let's see if we can try to get all of the influence resources off of our home world. Unfortunately, I don't know what's going on. Because, let's see. Well, I might. But we have influence to control. Okay, now they have wonders. We have all a wonderful, wonderful world. Look at this, Fleet Academy. I should have got it. Darn it. So you can see, even the AI knows how to build wonders. And I'm getting quite a bit of FTL extra income. Yeah, let's wait and see. So I hope at this point you have a basic understanding of how to get going from the start of the game, even against savage AIs. Now, in future patches, I think Clearwater is going to get nerfed and we will have to adapt to the situation, but I think it can be handled. Now I'm just finishing the scouting of all the last systems. Go away, go away, go away. FTO. At this point I think I have the game won. It's just a matter of time. Please forgive me if I do not give a lot of commentary from this point on. Now, you see a Mall of the Galaxy. It's a nice card to have, but you usually don't get it if you play this strategy. It reduces the cost of ships you are building on your own planet. Unfortunately, we are not building them on our planet, we are building them somewhere else. Not that we can't build it, because we can, it's just unfortunate. Okay, let's get some energy. With energy we will be able to use all of these nice things. Up until this point we have not really been able to. Now, let's see what happens when I export hydros. See that? That's quite something. Now, hopefully I can synergize 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 to here. Phoenix water. Now look what happens. Hopefully. Have positive research, income and influence. And influence. Look at that. And income. It really doesn't get much better than this. Well, it will, maybe. So funny. Oh, look, it is going to get better than this. We're just going to add on more hydroconductors. Maybe we will even crash the game. Let's see. Another 38 million. Now we're going somewhere. Now we are actually needing to free extra space. And we do need to defend it just in case. No. Last cycle we spent too much. Fortunately, we have plenty. At this point, the game is just getting silly. Very silly. Now we can use energy, put on some extra water. Another water. Another water. And it looks like our flagship somewhere here got blown up. I don't think it's a huge issue, but it is bad. Now, the advantage of losing a flagship is that you lose a lot of maintenance, and you can use that to get all your ships back. So let's finally use our influence. Now we're just using this action to distract the AI, just get them to spend a lot. It's not a huge problem if I lose this. Even so. Now we can. Now the AI cheats and has lots of resources, and lots and lots. Infinite resources. but I think we can cope. Oh yeah, now we ourselves as well. This will give us 50% extra feed string. Let's just go and take it. Now when you have positive energy, you can use buster machines, but right now I don't have enough of that to use them. Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up and stop recording here. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something.